So Sssniperwolf and YouTube have finally responded to the jacksfilms doxing situation, and honestly I can't decide who had a worse response. So if you aren't aware, Sssniperwolf, a major YouTuber with like 30 million subscribers, the other week was getting caught up by the entire internet because she doxed one of her YouTube critics for making videos on her named jacksfilms. She actually went to his house and then posted a picture of his house on her Instagram for her over 5.6 million followers to see, which is absolutely crazy and completely against YouTube's terms of service. And so it's been about a week since then, and YouTube took an entire week to come up with this response. They said on Twitter, confirming Sssniperwolf has received a temporary monetization suspension per creator responsibility policies. Off-platform actions that put others' personal safety at risk, harm our community, and the behavior on both sides isn't what we want on YouTube. Hoping everyone helps this convo move to a better place. And let's just start off by saying, oh my god, this is one of the most embarrassing responses I've seen from YouTube on like any situation in the last couple of years. Not only do they give Sssniperwolf, a multi-millionaire, a complete slap on the wrist by taking her monetization away for like a very limited time. They haven't specified how long it is, but it's probably going to be like a month or something, so it's a complete slap on the wrist. Keep in mind, she's like a multi-millionaire, so her not getting YouTube ad money for like a month is just a vacation to her. Let's be completely honest here. And then they go on to say the behavior on both sides isn't what we want on YouTube. Like, they're actually like upset and they're trying to play middle ground on this situation, which is absolutely crazy to me. Like, on one hand you have jacksfilms, who makes videos criticizing Sssniperwolf.
I'll bet Sniperwolf didn't expect to remove so many clips and videos as of late. I bet she never expected creators to like rise up and be like, hey, stop stealing,
We did it,
I'll bet she never expected that. Sniperwolf, take it away. She wastes no time with the steal. All right, one of my
her lazy content and the fact that she's not crediting the people she takes videos from. And on the other side you have Sssniperwolf, who's pretty much stalking jacksfilms. I mean, let's be completely honest here. She found out this guy's location somehow and showed up to his house and then posted it for almost over 5 million people to see. So what two sides is YouTube talking about exactly in this situation? Only 18% of the people watching this video right now are actually subscribed to the channel. Don't be part of the 81%. Subscribe to the channel. You have nothing to lose. Talking about people who were actually asking for YouTube to take action, against policies that are literally against their terms of service. I cannot believe they actually said there was like two sides of this and YouTube is being a fence sitter on this situation. Actually embarrassing. And to any of those people who say, YouTube doesn't have their favorites, I mean, I think this is pretty clear evidence that, they're doing their favorites, because if any other YouTuber were to do this kind of action, they would have been, completely terminated in an instant. I mean, look at YouTubers like Leafius here, regardless you like the guy or dislike the guy. I mean, he made like 5 videos in a row of Pokemon and he got his entire YouTube channel deleted. Okay, he made a couple videos making fun of another content creator and his entire like million subscriber channel completely deleted. Whereas in Sssniperwolf, literally doxed this guy's house to 5 million people and she can still upload, she can still eventually make money. It's absolutely crazy, and YouTube 100% has their favorites. If you're making this garbage content that a million people are watching every day, you're fine. If you dox someone, YouTube's not going to care. They're going to give you a complete slap on the wrist. A couple weeks of no monetization, Sssniperwolf can go take a vacation for that long. I don't think she gives a fuck at all. And of course, people aren't happy with YouTube's response. This guy said, temporarily, nah, that needs to be permanent. Nah, suspend her. She needs to be removed from the platform. And I gotta say, guys, I do agree to an extent. Like, I remember I mentioned in my initial video, I don't think Sssniperwolf, showed up to jacksfilms' house to actually cause him any harm. At least I don't think she would. However, she posted it to her audience that might actually go and harm him. And now, there's 5 million people who know where this guy lives. It's absolutely crazy. doxing, and it's literally criminal behavior, by the way. This guy said, "Is that it? Yet you'll happily punish small creators for way less. What a joke. Pathetic and disgusting. Stop playing favorites and terminate her channel. We're talking about a literal criminal who's been removed from the platform if it was anyone else." And I completely agree. I mean this form of doxing I do believe is a crime, and so they're letting a criminal stay on their platform because they're one of, you know, YouTube's favorites. It's absolutely embarrassing. But now let's get to the juicy part. You know, Sssniperwolf has finally responded after we went over that garbage YouTube response. But Sssniperwolf said, "Let me start by saying I'm sorry for recent actions. It is inexcusable. I'm sorry to jacksfilms, YouTube, the entire creator community, and my incredible fans for not being a better example for appropriate conflict resolution. Jacksfilms, while we certainly don't see eye to eye and we have our differences, I'm sorry for reacting the way I did. I should have taken the opportunity to show young creators how adults and professionals resolve conflict by communicating directly, respectfully, and privately." Like, did it really take her a week to come up with this? I mean, people in the comments are saying this reply is like completely AI generated, and I gotta say, I wouldn't be surprised if it was. I don't think Sssniperwolf is sorry in the littlest. I think it's telling that she didn't release this response until, you know, YouTube finally had to respond, and they're like, fine, I guess, you know, we're getting all this pressure, at least we should, you know, try to give her some punishment. So Sssniperwolf didn't, you know, tweet out this response until her channel got demonetized. And I think the thing that really proves that she's not sorry is that, you know, that happened a couple days ago, and since then Sssniperwolf has been uploading on her other YouTube channels that are pretty big, keep in mind, and yet they are still completely monetized. Yes, you heard that right. So her main channel got her monetization revoked for like probably a couple weeks. You know, honestly, it's a slap on the wrist. But her other YouTube channels with millions of subscribers and millions of views apparently still are completely monetized. So she's still making money on them. And on top of that, she's actually re-uploading old content from her main channel to her other channels that are completely monetized. So she doesn't care at all. I mean, let's just be completely honest here. I mean, she's still trying to get her little YouTube money in. I don't think she feels sorry at all. And why would she? I mean, why would Sssniperwolf take this serious if YouTube isn't taking it serious? I mean, I understand they did something, and I mean, I guess that's better than nothing, but that still only happened after like the entire community had to come together and make videos talking about the situation, and they pretty much took an entire week because they were, you know, people were forcing their hand, and then they just give her a slap on the wrist, which is completely embarrassing. And we haven't heard any update from jacksfilms yet on, you know, if he accepts this apology. Honestly, if I were him, I wouldn't, but honestly, I could see jacksfilms, you know, making a lawsuit or something, you know, maybe being in contact with authorities, you know, over this situation. I'm just waiting for him to make a response video to this situation, but if there's an update on the whole situation, I'll make sure to make a video about it. In our last video, we talked about how Jada Pinkett Smith, who's Will Smith's wife, who is actually evil and completely exposing Will Smith. This is a video you're not going to want to miss. Click here to watch it now.